Welcome back to the deep dive. And I have to admit, I came into this one feeling, well, pretty confident.
Oh, yeah. How so?
I thought I knew what we were dealing with. I mean, we've all seen the videos, right?
The videos are you thinking of?
Yeah, the Tom Cruise ones on TikTok doing magic tricks, or those funny mashups where they stick Nicolas Cage's face on everybody.
Right. The memes.
Exactly. It feels like a meme. I honestly thought we were going to be talking about, really sophisticated internet pranks today.
And that feeling right there,
Yeah.
that's the camouflage. That's the danger. Because looking at the stack of research we've pulled for this, pranks is about the last word I would use.
Yeah, I noticed that. The tone of these reports it's grim. They don't talk about memes. They use phrases like invisible threat and creating a manufactured reality.
That's the heart of it. We're moving past the era of, like, Photoshop, where you could kind of tell someone was airbrushed.
Hmm.
We are now entering an era where AI can generate a reality that just never happened.
And our brains can't tell the difference.
Biologically, we're not equipped to. Our eyes and ears are telling us one thing, and it's a lie.
So the mission for this deep dive is to figure out what happens when we can't trust what we see anymore. We'll look at the tech, sure, but it's really about the fallout on trust, identity, and truth.
The three pillars of how we interact with each other. And yeah, they're all starting to wobble.
Okay, but before we get to all the doomsday stuff, can we talk about how fast this happened? Because I remember seeing fake videos maybe 10 years ago, and they were awful.
Oh, they were terrible. You're talking about the uncanny valley.
Exactly. The eyes wouldn't blink right, or they'd blink like a lizard. The mouth moved like a bad puppet. Your brain just screamed, fake!
That was then. But the speed of this evolution is what's so jarring. We've gone from, glitchy lizard people to perfect high-def replication in less than a decade.
So it's not just pasting a face on a body.
Not anymore. The AI is analyzing microexpressions. It's learning how light reflects off skin. It's replicating the exact cadence of a voice down to the breaths and the pauses. It's capturing the person's essence.
So, okay, let's define it. When we say deepfake here, we're not talking about some Marvel movie special effect.
No, nothing that costs millions. We're talking about AI-generated media, video, audio, you name it, made with tools that are designed to convincingly impersonate a real person.
And convincingly is the word that matters.
It's everything. It's about weaponizing believability.
Okay, this is where you have to walk me through something. Because my brain still goes to celebrities, politicians, high-profile people. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm a podcast host. I'm a nobody in the grand scheme of things. Why would anyone deepfake me?
And that is the single biggest misconception we have to just shatter right now. The why me defense. It doesn't work anymore.
Why not?
Because the cost has collapsed. It used to take a studio, now it takes an app. And as for the raw material, what does an AI need to build a model of you? It needs your face, and it needs your voice.
Okay.
Do you have a Facebook profile? Instagram?
Sure.
Ever post a video? A family birthday? A voice note to a friend?
I mean, I have thousands of hours of my own voice just from this show.
Exactly. You've voluntarily handed over the blueprint. The data we have suggests that the average person with a social media account has more than enough biometric data online to create a convincing clone. You don't need to be famous. You just need to exist online.
That makes me want to go delete my entire digital life. So we've given them the ammo. What are they doing with it?
Well, they're coming for your money or they're coming for your reputation. Let's talk about the boss scenario.
This was in one of the financial crime reports, and it genuinely scared me because I could absolutely see myself falling for it.
It's terrifyingly effective. So just picture it. It's a busy afternoon. You're stressed. Your phone rings. It's your boss.
And it sounds exactly like them.
Not just the voice, the tone, the urgency. They say, hey, listen, I'm stuck. A payment didn't go through. I need you to wire $50,000 to this account right now, or we lose the deal.
And my critical thinking just shuts down. It's my boss. It's urgent.
Your brain takes a shortcut. You recognize the voice, you trust the command, but it's not them. It was a clone trained on their public talks, or maybe a company-wide video call.
And that Hong Kong case in the notes, that took it to a whole other level. It wasn't just a phone call.
Oh, the conference call.
Ugh.
That's straight out of Black Mirror. A finance worker at a big firm gets an email about a secret transaction. He's suspicious at first, which is good. He does the right thing.
He asks for a video call to verify.
Correct. So he joins the video call,
Mm-hmm.
and on the screen, he sees the CFO, He sees other colleagues he knows from the London office. They're all there. They're nodding, talking about the deal.
So she feels reassured.
Completely. He interacts with them, so he makes the transfer.
Mhm.
$25 million.
And
And everyone on that call, except for him,
Bruh.
was a deepfake.
Wait, hold on. Everyone, not just the CFO.
Every single person. They had scraped public footage of the employees and generated live video versions of them. He was in a meeting with ghosts, and it cost the company $25 million.
I don't even have words for that. If you're seeing people's faces react to you in real time.
Your brain accepts it. That's weaponized believability. We're hardwired to trust our eyes.
But the damage isn't just financial. I mean, money is one thing. The research pointed to something much harder to fix: your reputation.
And this is where it gets really dark, especially for harassment. We're seeing an explosion of non-consensual deepfake pornography.
That's where they take a normal picture of someone, an ex-partner, a classmate, and use AI to put their face onto explicit material.
Exactly. And it's being used as a weapon to humiliate people, to silence women, to destroy careers. And the real problem is, it's permanent.
There was a quote that stuck with me. Reputation doesn't recover as fast as facts.
That's the whole game right there.
Yeah.
Let's say a video comes out of you. It's you saying something horrible or doing something illegal. It goes viral.
My life is over. My job is gone. My family is horrified.
Instantly. Now, 2 days later, forensics prove it was a fake. The news issues a tiny retraction on page 16. You post the proof.
So I'm cleared.
Legally? Maybe. But psychologically, for the millions who saw that video, the image is burned into their minds. They might logically know it's fake, but emotionally, they'll always associate you with that act. You just can't unring that bell.
The idea that you can be stained by something that literally never happened.
And if you take that dynamic, that a lie travels faster than the truth, and you scale it up to a societal level, well, that's where you get the threat to democracy.
Yeah, let's go there. Because with major elections happening all over the world, the existential threat part of our research was heavy.
It should be. I mean, just think about the classic October surprise.
Right, the last-minute scandal dropped right before an election to cause maximum chaos.
Now, imagine that bombshell is completely manufactured. The sources talk about a video of a candidate appearing to take a bribe, or a world leader seeming to declare war.
But wouldn't major news outlets check it before airing something that big?
The good ones would, hopefully. But social media doesn't have an editor. If a clip drops on X or TikTok 2 days before an election, it spreads like fire.
And to your earlier point, it doesn't need to be believed forever.
That's the time factor. They don't need the lie to hold up for a year. They need to hold up for 48 hours, long enough to change votes, to cause riots, to create chaos. By the time the truth gets its shoes on, the election's already over.
But there's a flip side to this, too, that the notes mention. Something called the liar's dividend.
Ah, yes. This is the really insidious part. It's a paradox.
Break it down for me.
As the public becomes more aware that deepfakes exist, they start to become skeptical of, well, everything.
Okay, that sounds like a good thing.
It sounds like it, but what happens when a real video comes out? A politician is caught on a hot mic saying something truly awful, or there's real footage of them committing a crime.
They just claim it's a deepfake.
Exactly. That's not me, that's AI.
Yeah.
And because everyone's already confused and cynical, it works. So the technology doesn't just create fake events, it provides cover for real ones. It erodes trust in everything.
It creates a world where truth is just an opinion. And if you can't believe anything, you just check out.
And that's the ultimate goal of disinformation: apathy. When reality itself becomes debatable, democracy can't function.
Okay, wow. So let's pivot to the solution, because this is getting pretty bleak. The obvious question is, can't we just build AI to catch the AI?
The detection myth. Everyone wants a magic app with a big red button that says fake AG.
And we don't have that because...
We do, sort of, but it's an arms race. And the generators are always one step ahead of the detectors.
Why is that?
Well, the way these things learn is often through something called a GAN, a generative adversarial network. It's basically two AIs fighting each other. One is the forger, making the fake. The other is the detective, trying to spot it.
Okay.
Every time the detective catches the forger learns what it did wrong and gets better. It literally evolves by trying to fool the detector. So by its very nature, the technology for making fakes is always learning how to beat the technology for catching them.
So the better the detection gets, the better the fakes get.
It's a feedback loop. And then there's the accessibility gap. Let's say the NSA has a supercomputer that can spot a fake. Do you have that on your phone?
Definitely not.
Right, when you're scrolling your feed at night, you are the first and last line of defense. You don't have forensic tools, you're on your own.
So we can't just rely on technology to save us from this.
Not on its own, no.
Okay, so that leaves us. What can we as individuals actually do? The research did offer a kind of survival guide.
Yes, we're not helpless, but it requires a fundamental shift in how we consume information. There are three main strategies.
Let's do them. Number one,
Be skeptical of emotion.
meaning.
If a piece of content, a video, a voicemail, makes you feel a sudden, intense spike of rage or fear, that should be your first red flag.
Why emotion?
Because scammers and propagandists hack your emotions to bypass your logic. That urgent, screaming phone call from your boss, that's a tactic. That political video that makes you instantly furious. You have to stop and ask, is this content designed to make me feel this way?
So take a breath. Don't react instantly. What's number two?
Triangulate the truth. Never, ever trust a single source.
This goes back to the election scenario.
Exactly. If you see a shocking video of a world leader on some random account, don't just share it. Open another tab. Check a reputable news source like Reuters or the Associated Press. If something that big is really happening, it won't just be in one place.
And for personal stuff like the boss scam,
Establish a protocol, a safe word.
like in the spy movies.
Literally, yes. Have a code word with your family. If your daughter calls you crying and asking for bail money, you stay calm and you ask for the word. An AI clone isn't going to know it.
That is actually really practical. Okay, and the third strategy.
Limit your digital exposure.
I feel like that ship has sailed for me.
For some of us, maybe. But for most people,
Yeah.
just be mindful. We're so casual with our biometric data, our faces, our voices, every clear video you post, every crisp voice note you record. Just understand that it's all potential training data.
So we've got be skeptical of emotion, triangulate the truth, and limit exposure. But there was one more piece of advice that felt less like a strategy and more like a responsibility.
Ah, yes. The share button.
The weapon of mass distribution.
A deepfake is just harmless code sitting on a server until we share it. Virality is its oxygen. When we hit share without thinking, we become part of the problem.
So the rule is don't share until you verify.
Period. If you share something that turns out to be fake, you're not just a victim of the lie, you're an accomplice in spreading it.
It really feels like the internet we grew up with, the seeing is believing internet. It's just over.
It is over. And the consensus is that this technology is inevitable. We're not going to uninvent it.
So it's on us. It's a human software problem, not a computer one.
It's an upgrade for our own brains. We have to learn to navigate a world where our senses can be fooled.
This has been, well, an eye-opener. I think I'm going to be looking at my phone very differently from now on.
That's probably a healthy impulse.
Before we go, we always like to leave our listeners with one final thought to chew on.
Okay, here it is. We spent this whole deep dive talking about how you can no longer trust your eyes or your ears. In a world where reality itself can be manufactured, the only tool you really have left is your own critical thinking, your own skepticism. So the question we should be asking isn't just, is this video real? The real question is, am I willing to do the work to find out?
That's the challenge. Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.
Stay skeptical.